Music guy saying the Secretary General of Iran's National Organization for Development of Exceptional Talents, or NODET, has said at least 82 out of its 86 young Olympiad medalist winners of international contests in such fields as science, literature, computing, and chess have since left their country of birth. Thoughts. My thoughts is, what happened to the other four? Why are they still in Iran? Well, I mean, and also, by the way, another thing to add to that, Mizo guy, is the fact that they asked to be able to reduce this brain drain from Iran every time there's like a competition or something outside of Iran's borders. They, and also from athletes, like they take a lot of money for collateral. So when they're outside of the country, they're not tempted to just stay, because if they do, they're gonna lose all that money, right? And even with all that money as collateral, a lot of athletes and a lot of like talent like that decides to just say screw with the money, I'm gonna stay, right? I mean, it's completely understandable though. It's not their fault. I mean, these are people that have so much potential, and their potential is not being met in Iran, right? We have like reports of athletes who don't even have, they don't even get their outfits, like their uniform. They have to pay for it themselves, and they get like, they were complaining about the fact that they only have one uniform and they have to keep washing it themselves. They're getting the like they keep getting mistreated, especially the women, like they have a guard constantly watching them, trying to make sure that they don't misbehave, or that they're wearing their hijab properly, or that they're not answering questions to journalists that are might be anti-regime. And they're like they're moved around, like they're completely controlled. And also a lot of them lose a lot of like you know you know a lot of opportunities by saying, oh, you can't play with like an Israeli, you can't compete with Israel, this and that. And they have to watch everything they say, and then at any point, if they like step out of line, all their career could be taken away from them. And like, I don't want to deal with that. I mean, a lot of these like exceptional talents, right? They know that they are in a position that if they were in any other country, they would be so celebrated, and they would be living such good lives, and they would be paid so much money, right? These are like geniuses, right? And they're like, instead, when they're living in Iran, where they're going to competitions and doing their thing, they have to worry about politics, right? And they have to worry about not saying something wrong, and constantly worried about like things that maybe is not, they don't even want to be involved with. And like, I don't want to fucking mess with this. And they're also not being celebrated the way they would be in other places. So they want to leave. I mean, it's completely understandable. But unfortunately, think about like what that means for Iran, right? Because it's not just these 82 people. There's a lot of talent that is like looking to leave Iran. So much talent, right? Because they're not being valued the way they should be in Iran. And what does that go? I mean, this the cost to Iran as a country is going to be devastating, and in the next couple of decades, when you have your best leaving, right? Anyways, yeah, and Iran enjoys a high degree of education level because of the investments that the Shah made before the revolution on education, right? And the impact of that has been so significant. Like, it's so, the initial investment that the Shah made in education had such a major impact on the level of education of the current generation in Iran, right? Um, and all of that is being lost. That's such an untapped potential that Iran could have used to grow, and now all of it is being drained out, and other countries are benefiting from it, right? When the well, higher educated Iranians, when they leave Iran, they go to Europe or they go to North America, people somehow notice the effect. People are like, holy shit, how are these people like? They come and like, I don't know, they keep like, they are. You see a lot of Iranians in NASA, in the tech industry, in medical industry outside of Iran, right? And they are making significant. And again, this is like, I am so not national and nationalist. Like I don't have a nationalist bone in my body. So when I'm saying this, it's because it's actually true. Okay, but this is not because like, yeah, but a lot of people outside of Iran might come with this impression that, oh, all of Iranians are diseducated. Well, like, not really. This is just like the top of the top, trying to get away from their situation in Iran and just be in a place where they're celebrated for the talents that they have, right? So I'm not trying to overrepresent how educated these all Iranians are, right? But the best of the best is you can see the benefit of all that education. The people who are benefiting, the countries who are benefiting from that, is not Iran, it's Canada, it's United States, it's the United Kingdom, you know, so it's Germany, Sweden.
Hey guys, if you want to join these streams live, get your comments and questions read by Ali and Armin and the guests, and most importantly, to get full access to the full video versions of all these episodes, become a patron. Link in the description below.